mysterious balaclava man was finally unmasked last night in the dramatic finale of Line of Duty.
Yeah, the BBC One drama has had us hooked for weeks, and it didn't disappoint as fans took to social media last night to show their appreciation for the series. Here's a scene from last night's episode. Now, DCI Ros Huntley's husband is facing some pretty tough questions by the police.
Regular proposals from Labour, Layla.
There's lots of pictures of it in the paper, so I'm going to save that for the newspaper review when we can get a good shot at the end of the session last night.
Stay with us because I want to hear more about the Rod Stewart story.
I'll show you the pictures.
Yes, we'll have a look in a minute because, and clearly as well, I mean, we were talking yesterday about the boxing, all of the...
He's drawing in new fans, drawing in perhaps viewers, listeners who wouldn't necessarily have boxing as their number one sport.
He's not married to a Spice Girl.
Yet.
Apparently, but he says the problem is no one seems to want it. I do it out of faith, there's no other reason.
Well, if you start for what to do next, there's a few jobs in my house that need finishing, to be honest.
Can put some shelves up on Bank Holiday Monday.
Kat, thanks so much. Nice to see you.
Bank Holiday Monday, of course. Carol is out and about this morning for our weather today, and she's at Truckfest in Peterborough, but I can see you're getting up cosy inside a little cab of a truck. The content has been so blatantly inappropriate and they haven't acted quickly enough. For example, the killing of the 74-year-old man in Cleveland in the United States recently. The confession was put up. A complaint was made to Facebook. It took them 2 hours to take that down.
You're right.
And then there was a case also recently where the BBC was investigating images of abuse online, found that Facebook users were exchanging that kind of material. Of the 100 images that the BBC reported, Facebook removed only 18.
I said Tawny.
Yeah.
And apparently there's some support for that among the viewers.
There's also some support for Barn.
It's not Barn. Barn owls are white.
Okay.
Are they?
Yeah, Barn owls are white. I'd love to. You're offering me a job on that, Rachel.
10?
Yeah.
Is that?
As fast as a Porsche.
Wow. See, that's one of the few cars, Carol, that I would fit in. I'm liking that. Can you bring that back for me? I'll just be able to step up to that one.
With great pleasure.
I'll see you soon, Carol. Thank you.
I'll dry this seat off first, Ben.
That is impressive. 0 to 60 in 4 seconds.
And Carol's been having...
Our growing elderly population, there has been so much discussion in recent years about integrating health and social care. We don't seem to be making a huge amount of progress. It may become a devolved issue in the nations. I know in the Greater Manchester area that's been talked about, whether they could have control over their health and social care budgets there. How do you see that?
And the latest, I mean, it's interesting, you talk about the issues in it, and we mentioned them at the start, but dealing with gangs, with drugs, with physical aggression, verbal abuse. Pretty heavy issues to be dealing about in books aimed
of that kind of age, teenagers in particular, are they reading still as much as you would want them to be? Definitely. Well, that's it from us today. Dan and Louise will be back here from 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Now on BBC One, though, it is time for Rip Off Britain. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.